Morning. Yeah, I can speak. Good morning. And the first words you speak in the morning are on stream. It's a queue this early. Well, most of Europe would be what? 3 p.m., 4 p.m.? But that wouldn't be this server. This is a US server. Alright. One thing I wanted to attempt was making a coils group, because I learned a few things. If you create a group, and it does show that it's the first time you've done a thing, people will get lots of bonuses for it. Aha. There it is. Alright, so I think if we don't do anything, that means we can be any level. We're not minimum item level, not to no echo, normal. Whoops. We'll watch my advertising skills. Come, have some fun. And rewards. Alright. I don't know if I should select anything. I'm not going to. It's going to do that. Hope for the best. I went all weekend with no caffeine and I am still dragging. My, that's a rather A rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it, you mark my words. Okay. She's in the business of feeding refugees now. I ain't normally one to question Mistress Mimodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn crust deserves to go hungry. Getting really into the refugee crisis now. Actually, while we are there... we have a ridiculous amount of stuff in our inventory. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to keep my greens. Because I can give that to my company. That presents a problem, because there are a lot of them. Morning, Astrid. It is definitely very early for me, but work schedule changed, so I am starting a little bit earlier. What is that? So I need multiple of these and these. Oh, I thought I just got the music with these. Apparently not. That's annoying. Well, I didn't sell much. Cleared some space. And someone told me I shouldn't sell the greens because I can give them to my grand company once I get to a certain level, but I'm not that level yet. So I'm just stuck holding a ton of greens. How's my party finder doing? 0. Well, you're currently working. You have an odd schedule. I start midday and go into the evening. It's the perils of working at a gym. I manage, but we run dual managers. So we don't have to work split shifts. Because at most gyms, your busiest times are early morning and evening. So if you want to solo manage, it's not as efficient. Because you're there, you'll work a split shift, which everyone hates. Because you don't want a little bit of free time in the middle of the day. You want your work to be put together. So we run one in the morning, one in the evening. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Go and tell Lady Yaguri it's all in hand. Who's Yaguri? Oh yeah, she's Ninja Lady. Sweet. The Dragoons have the best outfits. Look at that thing. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expected. Mistress Mimodi is generous indeed. I shall be there to thank her most humbly. Mimodi is a baller. Oh, this guy. Lady Uguri, I briefed the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. Have we been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both, we should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphanod. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Uguri, for naught has been given. The small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us. Yes, good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so palatable, I'm going to turn that off because it's going to go too fast, unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come. The Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. Take my helm off for this. What's up, Gannery? I don't know if that's a corgi emote, but if it is, I appreciate it, because I have a corgi, and she is awesome. Yeah, I had to take a bit of a break from ARR post Realm Reborn. Not long, only a few days. But my god, after you beat the initial story for Realm Reborn, there is so much dialogue. I've read like 3 books in 3 streams. Pleasure, Jack. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Especially when streaming, the lack of voice acting, it makes it a lot. Sweet hat. Another sweet hat.
Ugiri of Doma, I'm honored to meet you at last, Your Grace.
Complain about no voice acting and you get some.
I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer.
Oh, I should change this
Alas,
automatically.
The circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Ugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many
I mean, the story isn't bad, it's just, it's a lot of exposition the way they tell it.
And my people yearn to be free.
This whole thing is a giant refugee crisis, and the Sultana's kind of hamstrung, kind of like, you know, most governments, where the influence of corporations kind of, again, hamstrings what they can do in every situation.
Our enemy proved less
Here, it's a syndicate.
than we had hoped, and our rebellion
She has to work with them rather than,
brutal
you know,
fashion.
just using their resources.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure
Like, we have
accounts
3
for
companies in the
one
US
of the
that
number of
own,
ships which escaped.
like, 90% of the S&P 500.
It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible,
If they want something to happen, it happens.
I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Ugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require
They just said that right to his face? Alright.
Shall we call a vote?
law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher.
I mean, he's a dick, but he's got a point.
The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to
But this is the
violence
villain
and
music.
criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied.
Then again,
them.
he does have a point.
Yet, knowing this, you would have
If people
us
are starving,
starve
they're going to
their
do whatever they
rights.
can to help their family,
Mayhap
obviously.
you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Okay, so I think Alphanut's supposed to be whispering that to us.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws.
Again, he's a
should not
dick,
be
but he's got a
upheld.
point.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable.
I am a
And
poopy head.
unlike those who frequent
Thank you for that,
your
Robert.
establishment, I have
I'm assuming
no
you have a
desire
kid.
to gamble with my future.
Because that term only
Ul'dah's
comes to your head if you have a
greatest
kid.
asset is and has ever been her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment
Okay,
to
everybody has a
dictate
point here.
policy. How far the vaunted mirage hath fallen.
I know they're playing the
Both
villain
in
music when this guy
repute
talks, so we're
and
supposed to think of him as the
profitability
villain, but
since he
he's
began
raising
employing
legitimate points.
refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Although a few hundred people, given the size of this country, I don't think would be much more of an issue. If we're talking thousands, that'd be different. And you gotta vote while they're standing there? Oof. That's rough.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
He seems too nice. I think he's working together with the
Now
other
that
guy.
the
They're playing good
Empire
cop, bad
no longer
cop.
poses an immediate threat. They see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
As you observe, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft I've wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. We'll waste no more words on him. Not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. These players? Yep. Just best friends. Assuming they are. Maybe they're trying to outdo each other. Who knows? The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving that the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed. Ul'dah is not an option. Nor are Limsa, Liminsa, or Gordania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. Gods, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of our great nations. Minfilia, that is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision. I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, perhaps, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Uguri, I have a proposal if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphanod. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comfort of our more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands, hard labor, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Uguri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ul'dah, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphanod, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life of your people is is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Oh man, we had a storyline. It was like an hour and a half of trying to move the Scions. Now we're moving hundreds of people. This is going to take like 5 hours. Mayhap the Ul'dah Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Jacked. Moving in this game takes a long time. Lady Uguri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. Raban's always at 11. At least the voice actor is. See ya. You thought my job was a Black Mage Dragoon? No. The cool thing about this axe, you take it out, blades come out. It's pretty cool. See? Looks like a staff. Not a staff. I'm a fan. ARR is a very slow burn, but worth it. Yeah. It's definitely a slow burn. I was into it for like 90% of it. Like this, learning all the people in the cities, learning how each city's set up, each country is dealing with their own thing, or each territory is dealing with their own thing, learning about all the leaders, the primal stories, like that went at a pretty good pace, and then beat the Empire, but it's just after that, it just slows to a crawl. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak will leave at once. Will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. Momodi's a baller. Isn't this kind of defying the will of the council we just had, though? What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the Immortal Flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhap it would go unnoticed. He's making my point. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordana. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. This guy's gonna be evil, isn't he? He's way too nice. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, Lady Uguri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. He's gotta be evil. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Uguri, let us put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you, after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? I'm great at nodding. As we speak, the Domans prepare for a departure at Vesper Bay, where from they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Jack, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Me, the slayer of primals in the Empire, go deal with logistics. That's my skill set. Speak with a man named Hosen when you arrive. As Lady Uguri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Okay. Pray return to the Waking Sands, which is not the Waking Sands anymore. Yeah, I have played... Again, when Shadowbringers came out, I pre-ordered Shadowbringers. I played up until, like, right before Heaven's Ward, before all my friends quit, so I know how this storyline ends. Gets pretty extreme towards the end. So I know that much. I do not know any of Heaven's Ward. Greetings. Alphanot informed me that a scion would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. Great warrior should not... This guy agrees with me. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. That's true. Aye, I knew from a glance what manner man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might it trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care. They're most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozen. He can tell you more. Oh, I got one person. Yay. Oh. Didn't even notice that. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozen, son of Hosen. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-spurred drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds and people that ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry. I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek, naturally. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Uguri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't big, so I bet you can find them in no time. So much fun. It's just you. Way to downplay yourself, Demise. It's just me. Still counts. I know I'm doing it really early, so maybe I'll have better luck if I try doing it at night. Hey, you're not Yozen. Who are you? I'm Koharu, Jack Debara. I'm Koharu. Jack Debara, is it? Eh? I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute. You're one of them stallions, aren't you? No, scions. And you must know Lady Uguri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide-and-seek, too. Oh, right. It's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Jack Debara. See ya. This is what I'm reduced to. Slayer of Efreet. Garuda. Titan. The Empire. Ultimate weapon. Hide and seek. Nah, I don't want to do it unrestricted. That just takes all the fun out of it. It's not hard this way, obviously, but at least it has a semblance of a raid. So I'll just give it a try during the week. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Oh, that's what unrestricted means. Let's see. Let's take that off then. Sure, new level sync. Last child. One is over there, one is back here. So maybe this area. Aha. Are you playing? No fair. Yosin didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We'll get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yosin says it's safe, I'll go. Hey, we got little Batty. Look at that. Wonderful. All the children are accounted hide and seek. I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Aguri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us. I didn't mean to click on that. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, will be traveling in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand, the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades. It would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. I've been ready to leave since I got here, sir. What's up, chubby bro? That is a cool emote. I don't know how to get any of those. Alright, let's go. You're gonna be off, are you? Ah, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. A runner from the Blade says we might have a problem. A various looking beast has been sighted south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but I don't pay to gamble in this business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot's here is another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and take a quick look around. Make sure the area is safe, like, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the road's there safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Okay. Oh, okay. Yep, I'll let you know if it fills. We'll see. Hey, we got one random so far. We're getting there. So, I think I understand how this works now. Because I didn't do unrestricted, that means it doesn't level sync. So what I'm doing now is I believe it syncs just to a higher level. So it's kind of like a LFR in WoW. That's my comparison. If I went minimum item level, it would sync us down to the level that you would be if you did it back in the day. So I think I'm in the right one. So it's going to be not hard, but at least we'll be able to see mechanics. LFR is a WoW thing. It's called looking for a raid. It's basically the easy mode, like super easy mode raid. It's like if you just want to do the raid to see it. Like there are still mechanics, but if you miss a few, it's not a huge deal. And you can just queue for it in a party finder. Whereas if you want to do like an actual raid in WoW, you have to use their equivalent of, you know, party finder and make a group and get people to join and all that. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? It'd be kind of like the MSQ raids. About that same level. And it was put there for a similar reason. So people can do the raids if they were like a solo player or they... Honestly, a lot of players don't care about difficulty. They just like the story. You know, as evidenced by Final Fantasy. Story's huge here. So WoW implemented that so people could see the story of the dungeon without joining a big guild and, you know, making raid times and all that. Well fought, sir, well fought. Ah, if only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay him some no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Uguri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Yes. That's how I look at children as well. How do I talk to you? Why are you running at me? Stop it. Hey, Mr. Jax! Kaharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. I don't think we should tell kids these. Let's confuse the kids. Wild Rose is also a Final Fantasy II reference. This is a keyword that gets you into the Rebels hideout. Drake Lightheart, welcome to the stream. I enjoy the emote. Again, I have no emotes, so anytime people bring them in, I appreciate it. Let's confuse the children. So, you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything. But don't they grow in lots of places? We don't want to encourage these kids to be stupid. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Jack. I've got a question. What's Revenant's toll like? Is it pretty? Okay, let's make them happy. They like adventurers, so raise their spirits. You mean there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. You didn't have to tell me it was a default emote. I would not have known the difference. Enough, Kaharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Jack, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Hit the weights, bro. Let's not tell kids to seek out things. No. Train every day. Hard work and dedication. Ah, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come on, tell me, and don't leave anything out. Hit the weights. All right. Enough questions for Mr. Jack. That's not fair. Why does Yozen get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? It is a lot of beef that is required. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Jack. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer, too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurer's guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Jack and Lady Uguri. Yeah, just like Mr. Jack and Lady Uguri. We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? It is a lot of beef. A lot of my diet consists of beef. 10-kilometer run every day. No, definitely not doing that. The older I get, the more my workouts turn into more powerlifting and strongman stuff. So more like do a set, wait 3 minutes, do another set. And my cardio is walking. Walking with a weight vest on. Works for Saitama. I don't know who Saitama is. I'm not saying what I do is healthier. It's not. Like... Oh, One Punch Man? Okay. Well, isn't he an alien or something? Like, he is a little obscene. But as far as, like, overall health, his workout's probably better than mine. I just like being strong. And as you get older, you gotta do different things. He's human? All I know about One Punch Man is obviously the gimmick is he can kill every enemy in one hit. Is it mid-item synced or quick unsynced clear? I'll ask this guy, see if he knows. Or I might just wait him for joining the group because I obviously don't know what I'm doing. See what they say. Mostly one shot. It'll take a while because my item level, their item level. Oh. He gave me a polite, no thank you. Okay. Yeah, so if it's unrestricted or whatever, that means I'm going to be with people that are like, you know, hundreds of item level above me. I don't know a better way to do it though. I could sync, but that means we'd be in for a long haul. Which I'm fine with, but I don't know if fast run, at least one of them is level 80 and up. Yeah, don't know if people would join if I did item level synced. I thought the idea was people would jump in because it's super easy and they get rewards quickly. But we'll stay like this for a bit. Ah, Jack, to take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No? No. I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Aguri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. I mean, I would love to do sync. I don't know if I could find a party for it, though. It is past time Lady Aguri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan, which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Dorman delegation for the duration of their journey. Speak first with Slapborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working with most closely, I think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Aguri to Midphilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels. They could have cut out all these quests and just have them gone to Mordona. This must be the esteemed Lady Aguri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. Hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may be, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slapborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals. You needn't bow your head or call me master either. We are both friends to your hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slapborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet with the antecedent. 7 Hills, Jack. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. Okay. Aguri. To whom much is given, much is expected. That's a Bible quote. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. I shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. That quote is about, I think, the prodigal son. When the dad gets mad that he gave his kids money and one kid just buried the money, then came back later and gave him the money back. He's like, dude, you're kind of dumb. Yeah, this other guy gambled all the money and lost it, but at least he, lived his life. Oh, it's fine. I'll find a group eventually. Whether it's now or a bit later when I'm higher level. Because I don't think the story is integral to Heaven's Word. I think it's more like the past. 'Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesion continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of those refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Uguri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. If the story was integral to Heaven's Word, I'd just, do unrestricted and have people come in and one-tap it, but I'd like to actually try some mechanics. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady, but are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. And in the event that Revenant's Toll cannot accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. Logistics, the best storyline. As ever, it has been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slaffborn. Lady Uguri, Jacked. Lamin and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit, I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Ishtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon arrival.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slipping?
Yay, voice acting.
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers...
Ishtola's posture always annoys me. She's on her phone all day.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual. Summoning Ifrit with such crystals as they have hoarded.
I am guessing people like her simply because she's a cat lady.
Then we have our explanation.
Unless she does cool stuff later.
Your explanation for what?
Minfilia. Perfect posture.
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods. They mean to summon Leviathan?
Alright, we're getting to Leviathan now. Nice.
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift.
I did watch
of
the
knowledge of
documentary,
eternity.
or Final Fantasy, or making of FF14. I know they delayed Leviathan by a few months because of the tsunami in Japan. That's why they made the Moogle thing pretty quickly.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective.
Minfilia's top dress is the female Makote's top dress. Well, now I know that.
And there is the explanation.
Hope Minfilia sticks around. No spoilers, but I like Minfilia.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves.
This guy's
to
special.
Wash away the finless one. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Would you call that a helmet? More like a growth. It's like a cancer.
Whence comes this promise of immortality?
And I bet he gets mad whenever anybody mentions it.
We have outstayed our welcome.
He's probably very self-conscious about it.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
You shared that vision, did you not?
It's the mystical music.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
I don't mind this in games, playing the music underneath. This
My
is how
lady,
you're supposed to feel.
unless
Listen to
we
the
act
music.
Swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that,
I hate it
we
when
are
they
to
do it in
attend to
movies.
the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa.
I have to make an aside. Because I watched Superman yesterday, the new one. I liked it quite a bit. I think James Gunn goes a bit overboard with his, quirkiness. And I don't like how he undercuts emotional scenes sometimes. But it was pretty good. But it did the thing I hate. When Superman's having a conversation with his father, they play this emotional music underneath, and it gets really loud. Instead of just letting the actors act in the scene and getting the emotion from their words and the way they act, they play this super emotional Hans Zimmer score underneath. It's like, dude, just let the actors do the work. Like, don't tell me how to feel every second. It's the problem with, I think it was Tarzan. Yeah, Tarzan. Like, Phil Collins is that entire movie. It's like anytime anything happens, Phil Collins is telling you how to feel about it the whole time. And I hate it. It's like, let the events speak for themselves. It annoys me. But it doesn't annoy me in this. It's okay in games.
I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
It's like every Disney sports
I'm not
biopic.
sure this is wise.
Like Jackie
I am
Robinson.
aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes.
I forget what that movie is called. It's one with Harrison Ford. The entire movie has that
Through the
emotional
nature of the
score.
echo.
So you're not allowed to just, feel
Very
something
well.
yourself.
I shall not
The
stand
score is
in your
telling
way.
you how to feel every second of the movie.
On the condition that you
Disney
permit
does
me
it a
to
lot.
accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye. A primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
I think they do a pretty good job here, though, with it.
Primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the
But I played some
Seventh
Dark
Dawn
Souls
sworn to
yesterday, and
put
it's
an end
definitely a
to
good
their
contrast to
kind.
this. Dark Souls tells you nothing. No music. Just your footfalls.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
Doesn't she teach you how to be a ninja or something?
It would be
I'm not just
most
saying that by the
welcome.
way she looks.
When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problem,
Just saying, it's been like an hour and a half of playtime since we've done something.
Be sure to come well
Since we
prepared.
played the game. Alright, we're getting super high level on our warrior. Level 55, haven't touched Heaven's Word yet. 54 in the archer. We have our cool ironworks gear. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, your only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually inevitable. Yet so long as there is even a chance that the Primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Like, I can see why this part of the story is the way that it is. Because they had to make the initial one so quickly. They weren't able to lay the, the seed, or the seeds for the later stuff that would happen. So they had to shove in all this stuff so we can get ready for Heaven's Word. And bow can be used as an axe, yeah. This is from the level 50 Poetics. But what's cool about this bow is you take it out, that comes out the front. Pretty cool. I also doing all the hard mode stuff. You are expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. I looked at the warrior one. It was fine. I like the base warrior armor set. I'm gonna put my helm on. Welcome, friends. I take it Ishtola has apprised you of the situation. Let us waste no time, then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we are faced with the grim prospect of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let the fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operation to thwart the summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if God's forbid our effort should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when the Titan last walked these lands. Thancred, thumbs up. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand that you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn on their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I am not so stubborn as to deny the wishes of one whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of the operation. Corporal Ibarra. Am I actually a corporal? I wonder if the game incorporated that. Our scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagan movements within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be surprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falk Breda has charge of the garrison. She has the coolest office. It's like a ship. Could use the axe as an arrow. Yep. This bow is ridiculous. Hey, we got another one. So if I do it unsynced, that means this guy can basically solo the whole thing. Yeah, I don't want to do that. That's kind of boring. I'll ask the group. Oh, this is showing me as a bard now. Alright. I'll go back to... Not respond yet. Oh, we're getting people. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it is not too much to ask, I would ask you aid us in that search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion. If they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. So how's this going? This guy was a healer, he swapped. Looking for injured fellows. Aha. Help, somebody. Of all the times to forget the restorative. Here you go, buddy. Just toss this on your face. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to the camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. let us continue. I'm pretty strong, carrying 2 limp bodies. Oops. That is a lot of strength. So, if I understand this correctly, party recruitment canceled. What? I'm not doing a minimum item level. So that means everyone just comes in at the item level they're at. This is all confusing. Mid item level would actually be like doing the mechanics in the raid. Legit. But what's the difference between so right now I'm just base nothing. So I'm assuming that means people can be any level. What's the difference between that and unrestricted? Does it still sync to like a high item level if I do it this way? I don't know. We'll all be level 50 and the gear will be item level 90. Okay, so if I did sync it, or minimum item level, that would probably make our gear level 50. Okay. Your return, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me what became of the others. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. She looks pissed. Thrice damned fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. Tell me how you really feel. So it sounds like I'm making the group I want. Because minimum item level I think would take a while and require some dedicated people to do mechanics. With our item level we can probably fudge some mechanics and still do okay. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance it is not. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of the Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. Ah, but we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate Sahagin priests presiding over the summoning. We are not here to kill them all. Damn, OSRS new graphics update looks good. Think you're in the wrong stream, friend. I like some OSRS, but... The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagan's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful of the lay of the land there. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levies spearhead the assault, and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the selfsame moment, a diversionary squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemies from offshore. And likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagan offensive effort. Jack and Ishtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversions should serve to thin the enemy defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwanted attention. Thancred and Yuguri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagan as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration unit of Ishtola and Jack. When all has been set in motion, I shall myself cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as we agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Jack? Too long ago I warn't, but come, let us away. Alright, we are doing something. Yeah, the Chocobo's trying his hardest. Those little wings. Pumping as hard as they can. Whoops, wrong spot. Whoops. Next. Might have to drop this group. Yeah, we lost one person too. It's understandable. It's taking a long time. I don't blame them. Because I figure we have a Leviathan coming up. I'll try again later. But it sounds like I finally figured out the actual group I want, which is the one I'm making right now. I'll probably go try asking the Discord. There's a few big Final Fantasy Discords to ask in. There's some newbie channels. I assume there's usually people asking to do stuff like this. See if anyone's interested. I mean, in a perfect world, I like hard content, so I would love to do like minimum item level no echo, but I think that's asking a lot of people. Maybe like on a Saturday I could try and set up an event myself, so we have lots of time to do it, because the mechanics are difficult. I remember watching, I think it was Asmongold do it. They eventually got through it all, but they wiped a lot. And he, I believe, actually had some really experienced people with him, and they still wiped a lot. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. The cutscenes are kind of funny with my character model, because I'm just so friggin' enormous.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
I do look badass, so I love this armor.
Did I miss much?
Here comes Chad. She's Naruto running. It's the most inefficient way to run ever, but every anime. This is showcasing the ninja class.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Thancred seems like Gale. In Baldur's Gate. The cheeky one. Okay. He's extra. It was a very unnecessary flip. Did we just become best friends? Yup.
To the Aetheryte.
Double dragon. Kind of. Who's got a gun?
You'll forgive me my lateness.
Oh, of course, the Admiral. There's my leader. But already, this cutscene's way more dynamic than anything pre the end of A Realm Reborn. A lot more action going on.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalkers, tormented our kind,
That voice actor went for it.
but no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world,
Lord of the world.
Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
Maybe shoot him.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
Such power! It is transcendent!
Finally. Hey, at least she did it. It's a story writing problem. Like, once you throw a gun in the situation, that means they can use it. Oh, he has cancer now.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. Oh, mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters.
Reload, Merlvib. Reload.
I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants.
This could be a comedy skit very easily. Let him get halfway through the speech, shoot him. Then he goes to the next guy, let him get halfway through, shoot him.
Come forth!
Die, damn you!
There's only 3 left. Just kill him. There we go.
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Alright. Now this follows common sense. We did kill them all.
Heavens forfeit.
I've summoned you a bunch of times. In the Pixel
Damn
games.
it all!
My being, am the way. It could by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you,
That sucks. Bad deal.
promise me everlasting.
I am Batman. I just put that together. That's what my helm looks like.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage?
It's probably not a good thing.
Less.
Because then he could appear anywhere. It's like when Godzilla
God
leaves.
save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Oh, that's why they stopped this storyline. Alright, well... Yeah, we'll try it later. Alright. But I have to be right back. No suspense or anything. Building it a little bit. But yeah, I gotta go let my dog out because if my girlfriend's up, that means my dog has to go out and gotta feed her and stuff. So I'll be right back. The Corky needs her food. She gets very upset and starts barking if she doesn't get it. I would too. This is my awesome away message. But yeah, I will be right back. Thanks guys for sticking around. And yeah, about 5 minutes. If you need a bio or anything, then we'll do the fight. Apologies, that took way longer than expected. Whew. Don't know if anyone's still here, but if you are, sorry about that. Had to talk to the girlfriend about housing stuff. Because we're renting a house currently. Rented a house for many years. And we lost our longtime tenant. He was the best tenant ever. He always paid his rent on time. He never used the common areas. And he never left his room. It was perfect. He played video games all day. Nice guy. But yeah, it was perfect. And he's since left, so now we're up, you know, paying $800 more a month. So we're like, hey, can we swing it not getting a new roommate? And we might be able to. So yeah, that's why that took so long. So I apologize. Understand. Speak of no normal well of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? And again, I can see why they delayed this storyline, considering a giant tsunami wrecked Japan. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he's effectively beyond our reach. This is just like Godzilla. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure. But Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of the Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and match one of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa. No, let's fight him. And see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. I do need a better away screen. Notepad isn't the best. Oh, over here.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone it was called.
It's pronounced Noscia? I've always said Nosca.
Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
It's all too real for Japan.
Was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice
I know they swapped out a lot of voice actors from Realm Reborn, but they're not terrible. She's not bad. Y'shtola isn't bad.
Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now
Wonder who they
than
swap
in his
out.
previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
Damn right.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it?
I got this.
The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
Alright, that's an issue. How do we draw him out?
I have read the
I am
reports,
Batman.
Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
So they're talking about the Leviathan raid in OG 14.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
I want that outfit. That is fly.
This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water?
The white and the red and the black together
I've heard of
looks
devices
great.
capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
It might be like top level in the company though.
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
So it's kryptonite. We're using kryptonite.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Yeah, we're mounting kryptonite on a ship.
Begging your pardon, my lady.
I mean, it solves a lot of problems narratively.
This is something I heard from an old arcanist friend.
If it works, it works.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's
This guy's a problem solver. I like him.
It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new
But as more people are talking, I've realized my accents for these guys were completely off.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
I made them all Southern. They kept saying reckon.
Now,
So I made them Southern.
Of these matters,
And
the
he
device
sounds
in close and constant proximity to the target.
little posh British, but not very heavily.
Our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable.
And I'm listening to the dialogue,
towing vessel.
but his outfit is spectacular. I want that. You must be able to get that. You might have to be like the highest level in the company.
Piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not.
I should work
ask
on
of
that.
another. I volunteer myself.
Will be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse.
Look at that. He suggests the
Very well.
daring plan and he volunteers to do it himself. What a guy.
Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait.
Yeah, because the storyline of this region is that they're basically pirates just starting a legitimate
Storm Marshal
government.
Safirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
You can't get his outfit? What the hell? That's BS.
At once, Admiral.
But the story of this area is that pirates are trying to turn into legitimate government. So they don't really have a great
And then
fleet
there
right
is
now.
the
They have a bunch of
small
pirate
harbor of
vessels that they had to
Sail
repair.
East. The fate of Limsolominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
So I remember in early quest, they made their first ship of the fleet, the first one that was theirs, like warship, and the rebel pirates are trying to destroy it. So we're using the makeshift fleet now. Whoops. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. I can get rid of all the green gear. I thought I turned the green gear in once I got to a certain rank, and it gave me stuff. That's why I'm keeping it all. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes. The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Ystolus said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not know already? You can turn off auto-scroll for everything but voice cutscenes. Okay. And yet, having wagered Limps's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any matter of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Jack, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lore Linuska. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Sweet. Okay, so let me see if I can find that. So you're saying I can turn off that be in character or system? It's not there. You have to do it in a cutscene? Okay. Alright, I'll do that in a cutscene. That'd be nice. Yeah, because I definitely want the scroll on during voice and then off. But all this green gear, I should actually use a retainer and just dump it all there, so I don't have to deal with it. Ooh, can I chocobo there? I know it's faster to fly, but I rarely use the flight pass in this game. I'm not that high. I'm at the part where you have to do the kill quests, and I haven't done those yet. Where would it say that? Oh, Storm Corporal. So yeah, I'm not high. I haven't been working on it. Two more ranks, okay. Yeah, Red Wizard's dead. Yeah, I'm sure it won't take very long if I dedicate some time to it. So maybe, like, when we get to the point where we're about to go to Heaven's Word, I'll finish up the few things I have to do. So saying that, I should hire a retainer, which retainers are basically a bank, right? So I can dump all that there so it's not sitting in my inventory. mean, the graphics update to this game has been subtle, but I do notice it. Everything looks a little cleaner. Oh, they can sell things in the market too. Oh, cool. I have not done any of that. Of course, Mr. Demise Power here really helped me out and just gave me 3 million gil. So, I haven't had to worry about money. Again, saying that money isn't a big thing here, especially compared to WoW. Like, classic WoW, money is everything. Like, if you're solo leveling in hardcore, then there's a lot of skills you just don't learn because you don't want to spend money at the trainer because you need money for other things. You need to save money for your mount, money for gear is huge. Like, it's a huge deal. Here, I haven't... Like, there's nothing to spend money on if you're just leveling the MSQ. Yeah, I had mentioned, eventually want to try and get a house, and he said, well, you can get a house for 3 million, and then he gave me 3 million, because he's a good dude. So, I haven't had to deal with a market board. Even apart from that, everything gives you a ton of gold anyway. More than enough for what you need. Which is mostly teleporting. Oh, this guy again. Now look here, you'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's not what you said before. You had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill. And also before... Gods, man, I worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. Do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractor made a generous soul. Now pick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you ken? Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabis. Now, Leviabis is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea of how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. Dick jokes. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, he proved that to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Aha! Cool. What happened next? I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory from myself. I let my mace and the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Perhaps I'm too modest. Now, there's some who say you can never truly beat Leviabis, but... Diabetes. Sorry, dumb joke. But that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. You forgot your pants again. Ah, it's you! Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble 'em, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. Another dick joke. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabis, but I've seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent, some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I stole myself right there and then. What? Oh God, just remembering that day made me sore myself all over again. Hey, wait, if you're asking after Leviabis, that means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Glad I came out here. You worthless, lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Jack, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon? Leviathan beat us? I see, that is unfortunate. Oh, thanks for the follow. Just Emma for real. I think I got that right. Yeah, I appreciate it. Just Emma for real. Yes, that's gotta be it. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We wait you at the Morbay dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. Took me a second. Yeah, definitely. If you want to come heal. I assume it's coming up like right now. Oh, down there. There's my peeps. I don't remember anything about Leviathan, the fight itself. But it was like 3.5 years ago. Sure, I'll take another healer. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off events of recent days, though. But enough of this nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Horror Leader. I really want to say Horror Eater. Horror Leader, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but not one to tempt fate. The War Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Dun, 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 dun. I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the War Leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she is capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Naldic and Vermelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of its hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Okay. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Ishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave. I, too, would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks would find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Ishtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Igura, the 5th. Go team. But what words have I for the man who has made sport of slaying gods? Only these, go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the Navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments, and add a few of mine own. Know that we will have the utmost faith in you, Jack. May the crystal bless and keep you. The Whirliter. Alright. What's your character name? Just Emma. Probably the person next to me named Emma. Oh, yeah. Cool. So this should be quick. Let's go. Come on, DPS. Come back to your computer. It's a problem with TPS queue. You're waiting so long. I'm going to go up and do something. You're off tank? Alright. Don't make fun of my Kiwi ER keybinds. I've used those since 2004. Wow. Oh, you'll grab the ads, I'll tank. Okay. You'll off tank. Yeah, my keybinds have not changed since 2004. Once your muscle memory's there, it's just there. Way to make me feel old. I'm only 38, okay? It's a cool cutscene. Yeah, classic WoW rating was great. It's before people became completely enslaved to the meta. Okay, I'm 12 years younger than your dad. I don't feel too bad. But MC, it's kind of made to be done by like 15 competent people, and then you have an extra 25. Which isn't a bad thing, because it means, you know, that some people you just bring along because you like them, not that they parse really high, or... No, they're just fun to have in raid. And WoW has definitely changed from that. Now it's all about what your DPS is, what your logs are, what your gear score is, which is just boring. I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna do it. See what happens. Do our opener here. Then we crit. And of course, right when we hit our crit, he goes underwater. Can't even do our opener. Someone's dying. I don't know why they're dying. We have ads. You on those demise? Yep. Cool. Because I don't want to leave this guy. A lot of bosses, when you leave them untanked, they start AoEing random people. Because otherwise, why would you tank it? Alright, well, my job's pretty easy so far. The ads over there in the tail. Not gonna lie, your job looks more fun, Demise. Big crits. Looks like other people are doing mechanics and hitting buttons. Okay, the bubble came over there. Does that mean anything? Is it pushback? No, we're good. Just AoE. Alright, now the fight starts, it sounds like. When music kicks in, you know shit's getting real. Big crits. Got the ads over there. Everyone looks to be peachy. Well, my job was boring there, but everyone else looked like they were doing stuff. Yeah, this game seems to be the opposite of that. Like, there is the hard stuff if you want to pursue it. But in WoW, the whole thing is built around the gear grind. And in order to be invited to the groups to the gear grind, you need gear already. You see the problem. And people don't want you to mess up their mythic keys. It's just a bad feedback loop. Which means they're going to have, like, consistent players going forward, but it's all going to be just those, like, hardcore players. Whereas Final Fantasy has more even distribution among player types, it seems. There's some people that just like making their house cool and getting cool outfits. There's some people that love the crafting, and that's this whole game in itself that I haven't even touched. There's some people that love doing the crazy endgame fights. And there's some people that just play through the story, and that's what they need. So they seem to have a way better distribution of this game to make it more of like an MMO rather than... Honestly, modern WoW is kind of an ARPG now. It's more like Diablo. Which, again, it's not a bad game. It is a very well put together game. The combat is the best MMO combat ever made, by far. And it's in terms of, like, the tactics of it and the mechanics, it is insanely good. But that's all there is to it. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it best to refrain from making conversation during your past visits, but today I will permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir, and on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Thanks. Gonna leave party. Alright, I should be getting more experience in my bard. And I haven't had any DPS class speak to me yet. Samurai was confusing.
Are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you.
That's right. Alright, that didn't work.
Not for the first time.
Oh, I've been told about gear sets. I've just been stubbornly avoiding doing it.
Nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks. 'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear.
I mean, I click two more buttons. I'm not put off about it. I'll fix it eventually.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man.
I don't have to keybind gear swaps. That's excessive. You're not changing classes mid-dungeon.
Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye.
I keep my keybinds to what I need.
I would be pleased to initiate them.
Which is already a lot in 14. I mean, I have a lot of abilities still to get, so
I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills
I want to keep it intuitive. not stretch my hand a lot.
Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own.
Ninjas.
By my judgment, it should not be beyond.
You hope they add more hot bars? There's already a lot of hot bars in this game.
Employing with such admirable deftness.
Because you have what, 3 or 4 main hot bars, and you have 2 on the side?
I'm heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own. Though it seemed to me that you
I suppose I'm only level 50, so I'll probably feel it.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Like, you can't even make macros in this game, can you?
Though you may labor to believe it.
Oh, you can.
Thancred
Okay.
was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these
I have a
parts.
lot of macros in WoW.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
Yeah, I guess for emotes, if you're into RPing a lot, more would probably be helpful, because there's a lot of emotes in this game. So I can see that being wanted for that.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many
I've seen some cool
donors
stuff, like the
since
nightclubs and all that.
this frontier
I've
has
seen
Revenant's toll. More
the-
than those many things.
Someone did like a mini documentary on the brothel. There apparently there's a few brothels in FF14 where people
Know
like
that I would
roleplay.
like nothing better than to furnish your
Hey,
people with
as long as
every
people are having
blessing
fun, good for them.
on Crimson soil.
It's pretty crazy.
Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
But, I mean, although I wouldn't partake in that,
We are in your debt.
it's still cool to have in game, like,
I realize
the
that
people,
it scarce
like,
qualifies
giving
as
people the capability of doing something like that with enough,
I
like
shall
with a
set about
huge,
sharing my
broad
ancient
emote
knowledge with your people.
library. Because again, it makes it more like an MMO. It's not just a game you play the content, which is WoW now. It's where people are using tools the game gives you for emergent gameplay. So, I, of course, would never visit a brothel in 14, but I like that they exist. Because it is, like, the world's oldest profession, so.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
The only MMO that seems to be along the lines of what I want to play coming out is Ashes of Creation, and we'll see how that game forms. Well, besides this one.
I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagins' reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed
And
and
Ashes of
multiply
Creation
that their
has
kind might
a
survive.
restart coming on like August
Self-preservation,
3rd, which I might actually
But we
play
have
just
much
as
right
an
to live and thrive
off-stream
as they.
thing.
If our own survival
Because
is
that game
threatened,
looks
are we to
really
lay
cool.
down our arms and
What they're
welcome
trying to
oblivion?
accomplish. Whether they will, who knows?
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all people.
Because a game like that,
Be
where
they men or
crafting really
beasts.
matters, and experience is not really just tied to killing
I'll not
monsters.
deny your reasoning.
Like, I would love to
When
just
a
be a
storm
dwarven
gathers,
smith.
it
I
falls
love
to me
dwarves
to see my
so
people
much.
safely through it.
And just being able to set up shop in one of the, you know, settlements they have that builds up slowly over time, and like making my smithy and doing all that, I would love that so much.
As must we all, Admiral.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to get into new MMOs. That's why I want to play the alpha of Ashes of Creation so I can learn it. Once you get the basics, then, you know, getting the new content is fun. It's just being overwhelmed with all the mechanics of how the games work initially that's so hard. So that's why I think playing the alpha will be good. Because it's not going to come out for another, like, couple years.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Yuguri, big thoughts. Yeah, but I think it would be worthwhile to play that, just, again, to learn the mechanics,
Eorzea has
so I know what I
become
want to
as
do
a
when it comes
raging
out.
sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder,
That'd be my
strength
one
must
wish
determine who
for a
has
new
the
race in this
greater
game would be
right.
dwarves. I don't think they would ever do it. I mean, considering their recent releases, you know, female tiger people and male bunny boys. I can see where they're going. But there are dwarves in Final Fantasy. I played all the Pixel games. There are dwarves in 4, there are dwarves in 3. I think there's dwarves in 5 as well. I would race change you a dwarf in an instant. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yuguri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of the Livingston Society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than Mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here is the letter. Go to the aforementioned place, and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Yeah. And I'm guessing the bunny people and the cat people are probably the two most populated classes, from what I've seen. Which, hey, more power to them. I just want dwarves. Lala is not close enough to a dwarf. Let's be honest. Lala look like 10-year-olds. Dwarves do not. If I could put a real beard on a Lalafell, I'd be more inclined to play it. Or actually make it look older. Maybe like wrinkles in the face. Got business with me, venturer? So you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. What with all these doe-eyed wenches about, I suspect he's got his hands full. You're special. Ah, you must be the Far Easterner, what Milvib says to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I am Yuguri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yuguri of Do-What's-It, we can get acquainted with in more private surrounds. Ha! Didn't come out right, did it? She is a hot dragon lady, I think. You don't really know. Master Jack, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. I'd be the biggest ninja ever. Much and much more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envision being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Rising Stones. Tauren was my second favorite race in WoW, until they ruined them. With the graphics update, was it in Mists or Cataclysm? I forget. Tauren used to be like solid and walk like they were going to walk through a wall in Classic WoW. Then, I think it was MoP or Cataclysm, I forget when the graphics update was. They started like bouncing forward, like they're Pixar characters. Kata, okay. Yeah, I hated that. So I don't like them anymore. But I like dwarves a lot more because the thing that held back dwarves in Classic was everything they did was a spin. Like male dwarves, every attack is just spin, spin, spin. It's like, that's a little much. Something overhead would be nice. So I like the female dwarves better in Classic WoW. Okay, I don't know if the new people have heard my complaints. But what I wish would happen is they implement a change where you can sit and complete a quest. Like, there's so many quests where there are tables and chairs and everyone's sitting down. Why can't you sit and talk to someone and complete a quest? But you can't. It's gotta stand up.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment,
humans are
I will
terrible.
share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me.
Night elves are fine. Humans are boring.
When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing.
I wish I had a cymbal sound.
When the
Big
Admiral
Renner.
subsequently slew him,
That was well
his
done.
spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning...
I will give you that. The casting animation is great.
Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did
Female
I
dwarf
imagine
casting
it
is
would
really good
free
too.
us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable.
This is a new voice actor, isn't it? This does not
As we
sound like
both bore
Minfilia.
witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
She's speaking more quickly and with more inflection.
And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed.
I don't remember this much emotion in her voice before.
There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown.
And again, for the
I
new
am
people,
confident that
I
all will
have
become
played
clear in
this
time.
game up until
For the present,
just
however,
before Heaven's
what
Ward.
matters is that the key to defeating
So I
the
saw
Ascians
the
may at last
cutscene
be
at the
within
end of
sight.
this whole thing.
With Urianger's
So if I
aid,
don't act completely
it is my
surprised
hope
when a
that I
certain thing
shall
happens,
fathom
that's
this
why.
matter ere long.
But this was 3.5, 4 years ago. 4 years ago at this point. Don't remember much, and I don't know Heaven's Ward.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
It's classic MMO problem of starting an MMO with friends, then the friends quit.
From the Sharlayan motherland, my lady.
So you end up following them.
It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
I think something came out for WoW, and they went back there.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I wonder if this is Zoe
I
already.
relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents.
Because this is like
An etheric
post-patch
wave
content.
of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power.
Nah, they're like a lot of WoW players, me included, that plays WoW at the beginning of an expansion just to see the new stuff. Then once you get to the gear grind, it's like, all right, I'm done. Because WoW still is really fun to level in and play the new raids, the new dungeons. But then it's like, all right, just get your mythic chest every week and open your weekly chests and do it again and again. That gets boring. But leveling up is always fun because it's always new, free, cool stuff to see. No, I think I'll play it again when the new expansion comes out, because they have this 3 expansion cycle they're doing right now.
Done, my lord.
Because, I mean, it's only $15, and I get quite a few hours out of it, so it's not
These orders,
bad to just pay for a
I am
month.
uncertain as to what end they serve.
And the game still looks amazing. The art designers in that game always crush it. It's just mechanically they suffer. I knew this guy was evil. Got a girl that looks at you like Minfilia. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that matter which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak on a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Mughal-Mog XII. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation. And I would have you... Cilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. The systems require you to interact with them directly. Yeah. It's... The hardest part in WoW is, as a solo player, just getting to a gear level so you can actually get invited to a mythic dungeon run, which is not easy. It's just so much grinding and doing the same content over and over and over, which is just... That's not what modern players want to do. It's not what I want to do. What manner of problem? Whereas, I know in this game, you can do the raids right when they come out, so you go to the crafters and you get the crafted gear, and that's sufficient item level to start the extreme crazy dungeons, which is a perfect system, because then the crafters are useful. You don't have to beat yourself with a brick over the head for a week to actually get gear to do it. Like, it's way better. Band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah this time have come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Good King Mughal-Mog. Yeah, I enjoy the Mughals talking about him. He always gets a moniker. The good King Mughal-Mog. May his hair never slacken, or something like that. It's pretty funny. Cilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. mean, the story's not bad. It's very real-world consequences of doing a good thing. Jack, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Like, would it be awesome if we could support the world indefinitely with all our money in the US and make sure everyone's fed and everything? Yeah. We probably could for a couple of years. And then the apparatus which provides and has all that money will cease to exist. So it's like just wanting to do good things forever is great, and we can do as much as we can, but we still need resources to do such things. That's actually one of the story points of the new Superman that we saw yesterday. You know what? You figure it out right in the beginning. Like, it's not a spoiler, but he goes and stops a war from happening in, like, Eastern Europe. But there's repercussions from that. Like, you can't just say, war bad! Okay, well, one, you're making a unilateral decision that, you know, government should be involved in. And two, what's to say the war wasn't just? Like, you can't just make decisions like that. Same thing here. We want to support all the refugees, but that requires resources. They have to come from somewhere. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you. We were ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. I don't mind the story. Like, the story works. And it's engaging. The problem is, they went just crazy with... What's the word I'm looking for? Drawing a blank. Exposition. There we go. It's all say, or all tell, don't show. When it should be more show, don't tell. It's just all text. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the ones that got took. I say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. It's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city couldn't help us. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. Then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? See, this is the problem. Surely you do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us. If I might have a word. Tataru, is aught amiss? It's funny when you hear Tataru now. I think it was, yeah, Preach Gaming. I saw a little bit of his playthrough just through some clips, and he gave Tataru, like, the deepest, like, gangster British voice ever. Yo, tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. It's kind of like that. It was very funny. But I'm going to go with her actual voice. Hill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphanut has been wounded. Oh no, not Alphanut. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. This is all the Syndicate. My lady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. The authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphanut, and quickly, if he is in danger or worse. I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papayimo will see to it. Alphanot is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Jack! It's pronounced Alphanod. I'm gonna say Alphanod. I don't like him, so I'm gonna mispronounce his name on purpose. How pretentious is it to put an AUD on your name and say it's O? I've called him the Redditor of ARR. Every scene, he's like, pushes his glasses back. Actually, let me break down the history and why you're all wrong. It's like, dude, no one likes you. You're standing on the shoulders of your grandfather. Alice is great. I need to see more of Alice. That's why I wanted to do Coils, because I know she's in there. There were a lot of scenes, like the celebrations, when we were going around to all of the cities and having their leaders speak and all that. Like, the leaders would be done speaking, and Alphanod would be going on about the history of this and blah, 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 and eventually, like, when he's mid-sentence, Alice would just walk away. And he's like, oh, and followed her. Like, I feel you, girl. I feel you, girl. She just looked done with him.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration.
And his voice is perfect encapsulation of that character. You must have gathered now.
Uldar, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness.
My favorite scion so far,
Tensions long
as bland as
simmering
she can
at
be,
last
is
threaten to
Minfilia.
boil over.
Because she's kind of like Superman. She's, for a leader, she's actually kind of naive,
Uldar is a nation infamous
but she
for
just
great
tries to
disparity
do the
between
best in every
wealthy and the
situation.
poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe
And I
that
like the
every man
combo
bears
of
responsibility
Papayimo
for
and
his own
Ida.
lot in life.
They're wonderful.
To an Uldan,
But one
none
single
is
person
the
probably
and some would say
Minfilia.
the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
Because I like, even like superheroes, I like those characters too, like a Wonder
So
Woman
where
or
do the
Superman.
refugees
They're
fit into this
cheesy,
social
but they're cheesy
hierarchy?
in a good way.
What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Like what she says in the movie, it's not all about what you can do, it's about what you believe, and I believe in
Choosing to
love.
ignore their existence
Wonder Woman, it's cheesy as hell,
Simply
but
not
it
an
works
option.
the way they set it up in the
General
movie.
Rauban and the Sultana
And
understand
I admire
this,
characters
which
like
is why
that.
they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor.
They get tricked all the time, but because they believe
Yet
in the good
none
in
would
people.
dispute that the expenses incurred
So that's why I
for
like
this policy
Minfilia.
grow by the day, with no end in sight.
Talking over this because this is pretty
This has
basic
prompted
exposition.
More and more Uldans to question their obligation to
The
aid
strain of the
those
refugees
working
are a
smugglers.
problem. Probably
While
exacerbated
more
by
and more
actions of the
refugees have
Syndicate.
come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Yeah, all the signs of good characterization.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees.
For what I remember,
An attitude shared by the
Alphanut has a
rest
come
of
to
the
Jesus moment, like
monetarists.
right after the event
And
happens.
you may be sure they make no effort to conceal
So,
their
they even
feelings.
redeem him.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated.
Be
beyond
honest, do you
many-
like Y'shtola just because she's Catgirl? It's fine if you do. I just haven't seen much of her. See? See, at least you admit it. Nothing wrong with liking the cat girl. But maybe her character opens up later. She hasn't given me much yet. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that the incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Reborn has to say upon the matter. Their duo characters are great. Like Papa Yumo and Ida and Reborn and the Sultana. Wait, is he... Oh, Hall of Flames, you're over here. Because Reborn's at 110% all the time. And the Sultana's a good contrast to that. Same with Papa Yumo's the scholar. He knows everything, and Ida's just down for a good time. So she keeps him pretty level. They keep each other pretty level. Thank you, Dylan. Now is not a good time, Jack. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. See, he's saying this with sorrow. I thought you'd be out of the way for a while. Elfinod, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between Ul'Dan's citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would not that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against the benefactors. Come to the point. It's the Syndicate. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. This is why him and the Sultana are good together. He's always at 110%. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel. And with good cause. Were he to claim, without necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarist would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have more faith in your abilities, Jack. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. This is basically a visual novel. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements of suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers of my own way. After which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Travel somewhere, listen to dialogue. Travel somewhere, listen to dialogue. You look as though you have something to say, Jack, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin speaking to the Blades posted there. Like Final Fantasy VI has an amazing story. Probably has less dialogue than the post of Realm Reborn story. And all the characters are well fleshed out. The story is very satisfying. Great individual stories. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like the merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who were left with the merchant have yet to return, and I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest idea what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. What a name. Oh, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Leofric, bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 'Twill be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that the merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Okay. What's up, buddy? Hey, what are you doing? Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. Don't draw. Why'd you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Why didn't you run away with me? Then you'd be here with me, be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Okay. It's okay, buddy. There. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into 2 groups and sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh, God's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Okay. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. If we had only never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality... That's it! Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Shock and awe. Seven hells, they found us! Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it, huh? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you yourselves. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm a bard. Try to melee him with my big bow. Get binded, son. Rampart? It will not save you. Alright. You beat him like it was nothing. That Thal Almighty, what are we gonna do now? Alright, good talk. I beat him up. You returned? Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? Where else would he be unless... Okay, got DC'd. But I just looked at the time. So, if you can still hear me on YouTube. Looks like I'm reconnected. Alright. YouTube people, if you can still hear me. Or also Twitch people, you can still hear me. Thanks for watching. That's all we're going to do for today. Tomorrow should be finishing A Realm Reborn in totality. Which I'm excited for, because I'm definitely excited to move on to Heaven's Word. So, if you want to watch tomorrow, should start 7 or 7:30 my time, Central Time, US. That's when we'll be continuing. So, thank you for watching today. I very much appreciate it. And we'll be back tomorrow to hopefully finish it up. Alright, I'm going to type it out in Twitch chat because I don't know if I'm still connected there. Okay, you heard me. Awesome. Alright. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.